everyone, welcome back to today's video, or I guess maybe welcome back to me. I've been traveling, so I know Pat has been taking over the channel lately, but I'm excited to be back. And I thought, just with all the traveling that I'd done, the first video that I wanted to share with you guys being back is stretching. Just because stretching is so important, and I've been through a lot of physical activity lately and my body is just feeling a little bit beat up. So I'm going to use this stretching session as a restorative session. So stretching is just really great for so many things. The benefits, it helps you improve your posture. So we can work on getting our shoulders from rounded to getting them to sit in the proper position just by stretching. It can help us increase our blood flow to some sore muscles so those muscles can heal, and then we can hopefully ultimately increase our range of motion and our flexibility as well. The other thing it can do, which is what I'm using it for today, is just kind of to calm my body and calm my mind so I can just let the tension go from traveling and relax and unwind. So I'm going to take you guys through one of my daily routines. It's beautiful outside, so I'm getting some fresh air and some sun while I'm doing it and just focusing on restoring myself today. All right guys, so I'm pulling up my GoWOD mobility app. I love this app. Today I didn't go with a specific flow, which I've showed you guys in the past, but I'm just doing my daily flow because I want to make sure I hit my entire body because I'm sore from my head to my toe, and also I just feel like I'm holding tension in many different areas. So I want to go through, make sure I get a little bit of everything today in my stretching routine. So I just open up my app, and the first one I'm actually going to start with is a back stretch. And I wanted to start with this because I've been doing a lot of sitting with the traveling, and so I want to kind of loosen up my lower back and just start to kind of let go. So it's going to be where we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. We're going to hold this one for 2 minutes. So I'll give you the time domain, and you can follow my exact routine today with me if you just let this video play, and I'll give you each time and each stretch position. So we're going to go soles of the feet together. From here, if you can, we're going to take your arms underneath of your legs. First, I'm going to hit play. It's going to be 2 minutes. And then I'm going to think about tucking my head to my chest and then just breathing, letting the top of my head ideally go towards my feet for 2 minutes. Oh, all right, guys, you can just kind of feel everything melt away. So next, I'm going to go into a bent knee. So I'm going to focus on loosening up my glute. Each of these, we're going to hold 3 minutes per side on the stretch. So get nice and comfortable and just relax. So I'm going to hit start. I'm going to first pull my knee up to my chest so it's above my hip. And then I'm going to pull it across my body and let it fall. Feels really nice. I'm going to bring my opposite arm out to the side and just relax. Throughout my 3 minutes, I'm going to think about just my eyes staying on my hand and then this knee gently falling closer and closer to the floor. As I relax into this, I really like to close my eyes, and my little dinger or my alarm will go off after 3 minutes, so then I can switch sides. Whew. So I just finished 6 total minutes of that stretch, 3 minutes on each side. Next, we are going to move into some more hip work. So a squat position. This is going to be holding for 1 minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find my squat position. I like to go slightly wider. Then I'm going to grab my big toe and just pull my hips down and just kind of lift my chest. From here, I'm just thinking about driving my knees out and just kind of shifting side to side, opening up my inner hips and getting comfortable in that squat position. This also feels pretty good on my ankles and my lower back. I'm just going to hold here for about 1 minute. If you guys feel like 1 minute's too long, you can go ahead and stand up, shake it out, and then work yourself back into the squat and just try to accumulate 1 minute in this position. Again, going as low as you can. If you're up here, that's okay. We're just trying to think about getting comfortable, and the longer I do hold this stretch, the more comfortable I get and the more I can get my chest upright. This is one I do a lot just because we do so much squatting in CrossFit. All right, so next, again, lower back, inner hip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come down to the floor. I am not super flexible, I'm not super mobile. Something that I'm working on. I would love to be able to do the splits at some point. We'll see. But the next one is gonna be opening up our adductors. So sitting with your legs wide, I like to think of V stretch. I cannot get my forearms down to the floor, especially right now. I'll work into it probably over the 3 minutes. But to start, I like to grab a pillow or two. So if you feel like you can't get to the pillow, just stack a second one on top. Then from here, I'm gonna hit my clock. It's gonna be 3 minutes hold in this stretch. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of think about letting our belly button fall towards the floor as we bring our forearms towards the floor or the pillow. And then just breathe into your stretch. So right now I am super tight all through my inner hip. I don't feel too much in my back, but I feel it mostly in the inner hip. So I'm just gonna breathe and direct my breath to those areas and see if I can just get the tension to release and let my body start to unwind. All right, so like I said, I am not super mobile and I am not super flexible, but if you are, your goal for this stretch and something that I'm gonna work very hard this winter on is gonna be to 1, lose the pillow, and then 2, ideally bring your belly or your chest with your arms outstretched and all of this in contact with the floor. You guys can see I have a very long way to go, but I'm really gonna work hard on that and make that a goal for myself this winter. If you can get into that position, the goal is to hold that position for 3 minutes. And again, if not, just use your pillows holding there for 3 minutes. You're still getting a really great stretch, opening up our hips, which is gonna directly transfer to our running, to our lifting, to our biking, to whatever physical activity and fitness that we're doing. All right, guys, that one feels so good. I think I should hold it for 5 minutes if I wanna get my chest to the floor. Next, we're gonna go into a downward facing dog. Super simple. So we're gonna hold this one for 2 minutes. For the downward facing dog, a lot of times I pedal my heels, but today what I'm gonna think about doing is driving my tailbone up towards the sky. So I'm gonna plant my hands to the floor, think about taking my tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then keeping my heels pressed into the floor the entire time. So I'm not gonna pedal at all. I'm just gonna think about continuing to drive my chest back towards my quads, which is gonna help my tailbone to the ceiling. And then I'm gonna let my ears fall between my biceps. So I'm just gonna hang out in this position for 2 minutes, focusing on breathing very long, deep breaths. And my inhale count should be the exact same as my exhale count. Whew, that feels good. All right, so next we're gonna go into some side to side transitions. So we're gonna do 2 minutes on this. Sometimes I like to add on a minute because this is probably one of my favorite stretches. It just feels really good on the anterior delt and on the bicep. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna be in this figure 4 position. And then from here, I'm gonna hit play. You're gonna extend one arm. And the goal is gonna be to get the front of the shoulder all the way through the wrist down to the floor. So I'm gonna look opposite of the arm that's extended. So I'm gonna try to get my shoulder down. If it hurts, just go to where you're comfortable. I'm gonna count to 2 or 3, come back to my starting position, and then I'm gonna switch. You guys are gonna notice my right arm is a little bit better and I can get my head to the floor as well as my shoulder than my left arm, but that's okay because the left arm usually gets better as I continue to do this. And it's just a nice, smooth, slow, controlled transition. So we don't wanna be jerky, we don't wanna be aggressive, we just wanna gently press and stretch the bicep and the shoulder into the ground. So again, I'll just continue these transitions for about 2 minutes. Whew. Sometimes I don't even go through the transitions on that one. I just like to hold one arm out for about 30 seconds and then switch. So I make less transitions and longer holds, whatever feels best for you, but that's a really great stretch. The last one that we have is gonna be 2 minutes of cat-cow. And I want you guys to think about, so I'll start my clock. I want you to think about with the cat-cow, slow and controlled, curl and extension. So I'm gonna come back to my figure 4. From here, we wanna think about our belly button is gonna drop to the floor as I squeeze my shoulder blades together and arch my back. And then I'm gonna think about one vertebrae at a time, tucking my chin slow and controlled as I press through the floor and I round my back. So again, really focus on your shoulder blades squeezing together and then your shoulder blades are spreading apart. And I'm just gonna continue to go through this motion very slow and controlled for 2 minutes. All right, guys, so that was my daily flow today. I absolutely needed it. I hope that you guys got the stretches as well as the time domains, and just let this video play, have your start or stopwatch and then run through it, or you could download the GoWOD mobility app and you can get a personalized daily flow for yourself because that's what I use and I absolutely love it. But I really wanted to share this with you guys just because stretching, like I stated at the beginning of this video, it just has so many benefits, especially when you're feeling like you're tense or you're stressed. That's a really good time to slow yourself down, to work on unwinding, just kind of work on letting your tension, the tension melt away. through these stretches and through your breathing. So my favorite way, the best way to end a daily flow like this is with something called corpse pose that you'll see a lot in yoga. So I'm gonna lay down, I'm just gonna focus on my breathing, making my inhale count the exact same as my exhale. So a 4-second inhale count, a pause, and then a 4-second exhale count. And I'm gonna lay here for about 3 minutes, just focusing on my breathing, focusing on relaxing, and just being thankful for another beautiful day here in Columbus, Ohio. So what that's gonna look like, I like to have my palms up. I'm just gonna lay down. But actually, before I lay down, because I'm gonna be laying down for a while, I should just say, if you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any other comments or questions or things you guys want to see us cover, make sure to drop those in the comment section below, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Enjoy your corpse pose if you've been doing this with me, and don't forget, smash the like button. Have a great day, guys.